Number 1. Everything seems to be going wrong. One of the signs that God is testing you through various trials is that it looks like everything is going wrong and is bad. Nothing you do seems to be right. Your inputs in things don't bring out the desired and planned result. It is like your whole world is upside down. You seem lost and left alone. This is one of the signs that God is testing you and you are walking through and facing a trial and hard time. This shouldn't make you give up or become depressed, because for every trial and difficulty in life you face, there is a resting and reward time. It is a drilling time for you and you would pass it. For every new level that is before you, there is a wall you must rise and pass over. The trials and difficulties that seem to be confronting you on all sides and making all your effort and everything you do look wrong is the test for the new level and greater opening that is before you. It is not time to be depressed or to give up or to turn backwards. You must remember that God is with you in that trial, and He would not try you with what He knows you can overcome. Take a lesson from the life of Job. God boasted about him to the devil, and when the devil tried to water down what God said about Job, God allowed him to face trial because He knew Job had all it takes to stand strong and true to the boasting of God. Job did not fail in the trial. It is time to stand stronger and be unwavering in how you follow Him. You are not the cause or the reason for why everything seems to be going wrong. Do not hate yourself or end in self-pity. Wait and camp with God. It will not last forever. Do not allow the happenings to distract or confuse you. It is time to stand your ground. It is time to look up to Him for strength. You will fail standing alone, but hold on to Him. You will come out strong and better after the trial. Number 2. You experience losses. Another sign that God is testing you is that you seem to experience losses in all you do. This is a test of your faith and patience. You must remember that He is God that gives and takes and is capable of restoring everything that seems to have been lost. For every loss you seem to be seeing around now, it is to break your trust and confidence in yourself and to depend on God alone. Did you not know that God was capable of restoring Isaac if Abraham had burnt him on the altar? It was to test his faith in God, and this God cannot fail. In all that is looking like loss to you, console and comfort yourself in the Lord. This is the posture He wants to see from you. You are being tested for a massive release of resources that ordinary man can have and go crazy. God wants to release it unto you, but is testing your loyalty and dependency level on Him. Failing this test means you are unable to handle the blessing God is about to give you. Remember Job? He experienced loss in almost everything. Lost his cattle, sheep, children, and every possession. It was only he and his wife that was left, but he did not fail the trial, and the reward was massive. He was made more wealthy than he was before. This is the same test you are facing now. The losses you are seeing in your business, the losses in your life, are for you to acknowledge God. You came with nothing and will depart with nothing. You are set to be in charge of bigger resources. You are losing everything to gain them again. This is how the things of God operate. The things that have been lost are like the seed that has been sown. What you think is lost will be restored to you again. Do not be depressed, question or curse God rather. Thank Him for being found worthy to have faced these trials because He has great plans for you. Number 3. You face rejection everywhere. Another sign that God is trying you is that you face rejection almost everywhere. Nobody wants to stay or associate with you. They just hate your company. There is nothing wrong with you. God is separating you for Himself in preparation for where He is lifting you to. He alone will take the glory for your next level. Joseph did not find his way to the palace with his brothers they hated him and sold him into slavery. But God, who working in the background, Moses was sent out of the land of Egypt. He was hated by the people in the land, so he went into the wilderness. David is also not an exception. Even the king of the land sought to have him killed. Bounty was placed on his head to have him killed. You do not have to be worried that you are rejected everywhere you go. God is with you. If Joseph had decided to forget his dream or accepted the verdict of his brothers for his life, he would have been unable to achieve his dream he had. Had Moses decided not to identify with the people of Israel and kept living in deceit and lies, he would have missed being the one to take them out of slavery. The same men that rejected and chased you away will come back to rejoice and celebrate you. The same brothers that rejected Joseph came to beg him for mercy. Men who rejected Job came back when it was time and brought money and resources for him. He is a jealous God. He called you first. Do not worry. He will see you through every trial and temptation. You may be hated at your workplace for your belief in God, for your uprightness, or for your hard work and the favor you have found in the sight of your bosses. But God is always there for you to help you through the trial times. Do not give up like Job never did when he faced with the worst predicament he could ever think of. Do not give up like Joseph never gave up on his dream. Do not give up like Abraham never gave up on the prophecy of the promised child. God will never let you face challenges you cannot handle. Never lose hope in Him. Number 4. It seems like you are in a cave and help is far from you. Another sign that God is testing you and you are in the trial period is that it seems as though you are cut off from people, you are in a cave, and help is far from you. It may seem as though everyone is against you. It is not time to be depressed or lose faith in God. It is time to depend on Him. Show your trust in Him and never give up. Do not quit. Seek Him more and He will come through for you. It will not be long. With your mouth shall you testify of His wonders and change of story. You are close to your next level. That is why it seems as though you're having losses everywhere. That is why it seems like help is far from you. That is why it seems as though everyone has rejected you, and everything seems to be wrong. Stay with God. It will be over soon.